and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step.
Well, we had an outro for the intro, sort of, kind of.
We had an outro
Hello,
for the
everybody. Welcome into
intro, sort of, kind of.
Thursday,
We had an outro. Hello,
February
everybody. Welcome
12th,
into Thursday,
2025. I have confirmed audio,
February
and I'm going to turn
12th.
that down because it's blasting in my ears. Catch that live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies: Wild Bill, Ice Queen, Dawson, Rich, Sam, Jeff. I'm missing in action. Ryman, Greg, Guy, and Darren Gilholm. Gentlemen.
Where? Where?
And I have confirmed audio with Greg sarcastic. Where? Let's take a look real quick at chat. And as you guys know, I don't go back to the beginning. I go from the time I started. And it looks like John Williams was first, although he was chit-chatting with John from a previous conversation, but he still ended up first. Scott says 23 right off the bat. I think I'm going to change that to your initial points given. 23. Now, I might look into this and see if I can give him out individually. 23 to Scott, 23 to John, 23 to Scott. I don't know if I could do that or not. Scott was second. Hello, Scott. Hello, John. Ski Man, show's over. Yeah, I forgot we were testing that last night, and I had left that source on. And when I switched over to the main Zoom, it's going to play because it was active. And it did exactly what it's supposed to do. The earlier thing that was running, which was the thumbnail for tonight from DaVinci Resolve on the DaVinci machine, did exactly what it was supposed to do. So it's all good. It's over already. Yeah, it's over before it starts tonight. It's been kind of that kind of a day. Is that your accountant? Wow, I'm not real sure what you're referring to. If you're talking about the lady carrying the duck, that's a Bill Dawson thing. I got like 10 different things I can use for the next 10 days for thumbnails. And the only thing I do is I put the numbers on them. Other than that, I'm not altering it or changing it. Now I may put some things in the background, but other than that, I would rather have 2,300,000 points. Yeah, well, I hear people in certain areas of the world want ice water too, and not near the snow that we have. Speaking of snow, we'll get back to that in a minute. But yeah, keep trying, John. Keep trying. It's very comfortable here today to be as cold as the wind temperature, or not the air temperature said it was. I was outdoors most of the day in my t-shirt and short pants and flip-flops, and never did get chilly, never did get cold. My brother and I stood outside and probably talked a good hour tonight. It was just very, very nice. Ski Man said, sorry I missed the live stream, watch it later. Yeah, again, I mean, you guys probably have seen enough of my OBS to know I can come in here and if I want, I can trigger this and make people think that the show is actually over. And all I'm doing is I'm in OBS and I'm turning the source on, activating the source, and I'll turn the source off and it goes away. It's pretty cool how OBS works once you get a little bit of a grasp on how it works. And I absolutely have no grasp on how it works. Ski Man's checking his weather, 32.4 degrees. We got fantastic weather coming up. Rain, which is good and okay. I'd rather have rain than snow any day of the week. My brother and I actually discussed going to play golf. Supposedly, there's a brand new golfing center down in Greenwood that's indoor virtual. And I do want to check it out. Just to, if nothing else, just to check it out. Probably expensive as heck, but worth looking if you do. Scott's temperature is 26.1 degrees. If you haven't subscribed to Scott yet, subscribe to Scott. He put up 2 videos today, one short, one long. I'm pretty sure it was the same video, but he made a short out of the long form, I think. Can't prove that, but that's my thought. Somebody says, welcome to Jeff Ryman. Jeff says hello to everybody and their brother and their sister, and he gets awarded points. So welcome back, Jeff. Good to see you. I know you were on Zoom earlier today briefly. I was on Zoom earlier today briefly. Rick Lakes was on Zoom earlier briefly. Greg was in and out. He was working on a phone issue. We came oh so close to calling Arkansas today. I mean, we were so close to calling Arkansas. I can't emphasize how close we were to calling Arkansas. We were this close at one point in time. No, no, no. We exactly, Jeff. Exactly. John Insurance is Texas temperature 27 degrees. I have no idea. We were like 37 earlier. You can always tell when I'm doing something because if I ain't talking, I'm typing with my fingers, and I don't have the ability to do both. It'd be nice. So, Jeff, I beat you by mere milliseconds. We are 37.9 currently still. I don't know how you and I typed it in at the same time, 10:05. So go ahead. You should be able to put it back in now, unless someone's going to be a
I put
smart.
mine in first. How did you sneak ahead of me?
I on my screen in the studio, I'm above you, but I bet on your screen you're above me. It's
Oh, well.
YouTube. It's YouTube. We were doing some very poor Rick Lakes. I actually felt sorry for Rick earlier today. Um, Bill, Darren, and I were experimenting with the XP. We were trying to figure some XP stuff out, and never did do anything that I was hoping it would do. So, who knows about the XP? Hello, Chris. Hello, Max.
Hello.
John Williams says down where he used to live back when he was a youngster, it's 68.5 degrees. That would at 10 o'clock at night. That would be very comfortable. Um, very, very comfortable. So anyway, hope everybody
don't count.
do what, Chris?
The half don't count.
The halves don't count. Yeah, the day we get to where this only feels like it's 68.5 degrees. When we get to that point in time, I think we need to start worrying. Rich Rogers is checking his points. 22,751. John Williams checked the points to see who was leading. We know who's leading. It's all about me. I mean, need I say more? And then Jeff Ryman somehow is still second. Somehow I gain points. I think I gain points when I'm not even here. Seriously, I was giving points away last night on the overnight stream, just left and right. Someone came in and said something, I gave him points. Someone said something, I gave him points. Scott says top 25. Yes, Scott, and it's a good boy moment for me because I figured that out on my own. Took me a while, and by a while I mean I started looking into this late last night, and I finished it up this morning. Long Dog, sounds like you got your computer back up and running. It was never not running; it was being hijacked. it was. How do I want to put that, Jeff? Delicately.
The old computer, which I let my grandson have in his room, had a camera, but that was mysteriously got to my daughter's place. And so I could not, I just got the camera back this afternoon.
Oh, you did get it back then. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, she's in the process of moving.
Again? My gosh.
Well, she and her partner are moving to St. George, Utah for 6 months.
That gives you 6 months to no, I'm kidding. Mike and Venus is in the house. Hello, Mike.
Here on the weekends to see the children, but
right. Mike, I never did get anything on Facebook from you, so we will need to get together. I'll join one of your live streams one of these mornings, and we'll figure that out because I looked everywhere I could. And Tony Wallow, if you are here, I don't know if Tony is or not. Last night when I was going through my last check of my emails, I had a Google chat message. I forgot all about there was the ability to send chat messages through Google. And Tony had sent me one, I believe, earlier yesterday morning. I didn't see it until like 12:30, 1 o'clock this morning. And I did answer him. I don't know if he got it back or not. Well, then today on the streamer machine, now there's a new category on the left-hand side that says, of all things, Google Messages. So hopefully he got it. If not, I'll send it to him via the phone. It was good to hear from him too, by the way. Thank you for being here, Mike and Venus. Make sure everybody hits the like button, please. I forgot how to check that. I know it's in here somewhere. Do what, Chris?
Calling Max.
All right. Yeah, have Max hit the like button. The more the merrier. 11 people
Or the
watching and only
dislike
6
button.
likes. Or, you know, they say, and by they, the powers
The
that,
rumor has it that so long as you hit one of the buttons, it shows activity on the channel. Why, I
exactly.
don't know, but
Well, it is activity. It's a, hey, I don't like this, but it is activity. Long Dog, okay, I spent my day kind of testing limits in my system, ran 5 virtual machines, and YouTube in each one. Spent my day kind of testing the limits in my system. I ran 5 virtual machines and YouTube in each one of them, plus YouTube out of my virtual machine. By VM, I think he means VM, the software to run the virtual machines. I, I, I know Long Dog thinks I pick on him. I don't, but I get a lot of interesting thoughts. Were you watching 5 different videos on 5 different virtual machines under 5 different names, or what's the point of watching 5 different virtual machines with 5 different videos?
he was just stress testing the machine, I think.
You can do that in many other ways, can you not? But yeah, that would make sense. But I mean, if it's 5, you're stress testing each machine 5 times, right? You can't test. It's in
Well, I mean, the
VMware.
more virtual machines and stuff you're running at once, the more load you put on it.
Well, yeah, in VMware, I think you're right. Susanna Morgan's in the house. Hello, Susanna. I used to do virtual machines, and I never really
I
did
have
see
never
the
done a
point.
virtual machine on one of my own computers.
I have. I
I
actually
thought
had
about it.
I actually had the, what's it called, a Macintosh or Hackintosh, or where's a Windows and Apple? It's an Apple on a Windows machine. There's a term for it. I don't remember what it was. I did it
Yeah,
just to see if I could do it, and as soon as I saw that I could do it, yeah, I played around. It's okay. I got rid of it. I did not see the point in having that. I never have seen the point in having it. I got a friend in Phoenix, Arizona, Glendale, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona. Thinks they're the best thing since sliced bread, virtual machines. You can do anything and everything. And I'm like, okay, okay.
well, if you want to run a trusty Windows 7 system,
Yep, he was stressing the machine running all those virtual machines. What happens to CPUs and other parameters? Okay, kind of makes sense. Yep, Mike says Hackintosh. Yeah, I knew there was a term for it, but it's been, I mean, gosh, I lived in Las Vegas at the time, and I moved out of Las Vegas in
well, I guess
2019.
the point of that was somebody who wanted the Apple operating system but didn't want to spend the money on an Apple machine.
Probably, yeah, probably.
But Apple keeps changing things, and you get a OS update, and then it just goes poof. You got to redo everything.
Yeah, updates tend to do that on a lot of things. My VLC went through an update. Well, I blame it on VLC. I did update VLC, and the Shield updated. Well, between the two of those things updating, there was one little box that somehow miraculously, mysteriously got unchecked that needs to be checked in order
Well,
for me to
hey,
do
I
this.
never had that problem on my machines.
Were you in college at the time, though? That's the question.
When I was in college, my machine used punch cards. No, I
Yeah.
don't have a Shield either, so the VLC updated fine because it wasn't trying to connect anything useful.
I think it actually updated fine. I think somehow I think they updated around the same time and just something got messed up. Now that I know, the next time it doesn't, it'll be an easy fix. I'll just go in there to the Shield, make sure that's still checked, and we'll be good to go. Ski Man says, weird thing, I could see the trailer on the laptop, but it never played on the TV. I mean, if you saw a trailer tonight, did I have a trailer tonight?
Yep.
Was
You
it
did.
Lauren and I sitting in the theater in San Diego?
No, it was the Beatles, Taxman.
Okay, so it was last night's because tonight's trailer was going to be brought to you by an East Coast homie, and it was going to be the Beatles, and it was going to be the Yellow Submarine. That got me my closest thing to a copyright strike yet, and it said, "This is a copyright, blah, blah, blah. Although it doesn't have an effect on your channel, this video is blocked worldwide."
So
Could
just
not.
having it as a trailer got you that warning.
Well, I check them to see
Right.
what I'm going to get. Yes. I don't even want to test the waters with an Eagle song because my fear is it'll get dinged, but it'll also be my first copyright strike, and then I got to go through the 30 days or 90 days or whatever it is to clear that up. I don't even want to do that. Yep, Taxman, thanks you guys. I thought I had deleted that, but apparently
Well,
I
it played
didn't.
again. It was still good.
Yeah, well, Taxman's fine. See, this is what's weird. Yellow Submarine can't use it. Taxman, still the Beatles, I can use it.
Have you tried Abbey Road?
No, let me write that down. Abby something? Abby
Abbey
Normal?
Normal?
Happy normal.
Great
Well, if
movie,
it's
by
one
the
of
way.
their lesser ones, maybe they're not too concerned about it. I don't know.
Do you
Oh,
have a
heck, that was
specific
amazing.
song off of Abbey Road you would like to hear? And don't say all of them because that will take 4 hours to figure out if it'll work or not.
No, yeah. I thought there was a song Abbey Road by itself.
I don't think there's a song. There's an album, Abbey Road.
Right.
They're walking across the street, and what's his name's barefooted. But yeah, I found that to be kind of interesting. Um,
Try Octopus's Garden. That's on Abbey Road. That's on my. Also, Come Together is on there.
yep,
Singles.
I like the medley that plays on. I think it's the A side of the album toward the end, and it's got like 3 or 4 songs that just boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, and it ends with Her Majesty. Um, I can't play that obviously because that's way over 3 minutes, but just the way those songs all string together, and I realize they didn't sit there and jam the entire time and go from song A to song B to song C to song D to into Her Majesty. I know how that works now. Back
Well,
when I was a teenager, like wow, this is cool. One and one
it's
and one
got
is
some
3,
songs on there that I don't remember.
such as
Maxwell's Silver
Silver
Hammer.
Hammer, Bang Bang, Maxwell Silver, Maxwell
Oh,
Edison,
Darling.
majoring in medicine, calls her on the phone.
Don't
Calls
remember.
Joan on the phone? Can I take you to the picture show?
Oh, Darling, Octopus's Garden. I don't
Yep.
remember any of those.
Really?
Yep.
Do you look at your license every morning now to remember who you are?
Yes.
Okay, well that. Yeah,
But I
those are
have to
that
hold it
whole.
up to the mirror so I can look at it, see it as everybody else sees me.
Don't do that to me when I'm drinking. That was not fair. Um, I'll tell you another good album. I liked all the Beatles albums, but another good album, but it's got some very strange music on it, was what is affectionately known as the White Album. That's not the name of that album, by the way.
No, but didn't you have that on a poster on your wall at one time or
I've
something?
got Abbey Road's poster on my wall. You
I
can
thought you had something for
no,
the White Album on your wall a few
I
years back.
no.
All right.
Well, you can't see it. I don't
All
think I
right.
can manipulate this. So right there,
Mhm.
AC/DC T-shirt to the right, and then the Beatles Abbey Road T-shirt right next to the Beatles Abbey Road poster.
All right.
You like weird 70s music? I got something for you.
Weird 70s music. I grew up on the weird
60s and
70s
70s.
music. Delinda's in the
Good.
house. Hello, Delinda.
You ever hear of Captain Beefheart?
Probably, but it's not ringing a bell.
There, it's posted in the
Probably
YouTube
one of
chat.
those things that when you hear the song, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. There's a lot of music like that for me. And I too have to look at my driver's license every morning. Check your points to Linda. You get points awarded when you join. Points for
I
what?
have to check
It's just to do what, Chris?
I have to check the obituaries every morning, make sure I'm not dead.
The points are just it's a thing. I was asked for so long by everybody when I was going to have points, when I was going to have points. And at one point in time, I actually said, I will never have points on my channel. Never say never. Certain situations, I believe you can say that, but I now have points. Greg, you get point for point. You get point for points for points. That sounds like a dude playing another dude. Robert Downey Jr. is the actor. If anyone can tell me the name of the movie, Wintermute will put it in there. Then I'll be impressed. Now I've got to figure out what's going on with my. There we go. My Zoom was all messed up. Scott's got 134,510 points. Yeah, I know, but I know who's also leading, and what's the point? All right, let's run the points in the ground. Come on, everybody, put your dad joke in. I would like to get it to, if I could ever get it to the point, no pun intended. Yeah, that ain't gonna go so well, if you think about it. But if I could ever get it to I can't say it that way. We'll work on that. We'll come back to that. Exclamation dad. I think you have to put the word dad joke in there, Greg. I think. To get the dad joke to work. But yeah, there's no, you're not going to get anything. I think dad joke's got to be one word, but I'm not 100% sure. And I apologize because I really ought to be up on some of this stuff. There you go. Wintermute put it in there.
Yeah, something you were saying a couple minutes ago brought me in mind of this movie, and I had to look it up. Victor Victoria.
Oh God, that's old.
Yeah, but I mean somebody playing somebody.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, well, I don't recall. I mean, I know of the movie Victor Victoria, but the movie I'm thinking about, it's got a lot of stars in it. Robert Downey Jr. If you didn't know it was Robert Downey Jr., you would never guess it was Robert Downey Jr.
I'm not up on modern movies. Anything I know anything about is really old. I haven't been to a movie in a theater since 2000, at least.
Okay, so Octopus's Garden is is the link. I'll get that. Thank you. I thought you just put another link in, Sam, for a different set of music.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I see. It says one new.
Now, yeah, you're gonna have to
I'll check
listen
it in
to
a
that
minute.
another time.
Yeah, it might bleed over. I know sometimes that does, sometimes it doesn't, and I don't quite fully understand it. What board game does this guy love to play? Twister. Oh, there's your dad joke right there. Okay. We finally got it to go through. Good job, Greg.
Going to the movies is not really, it don't really make sense to me now because they put the DVD out for or whatever.
Streaming
or whatever.
Streaming, yeah. And Amazon doesn't even put them in theaters anymore.
Yeah, well, the movie Victor Victoria had Julie Andrews, James Garner, Robert Preston, Leslie Ann Warren, Alex Karras, and John Rhys Davies. All of those are big names.
What movie was that? Victor
Victoria.
Yeah, those are all. Delinda wants to know why shouldn't women have children after 36? It's a dad joke. If you listen to the joke, is women shouldn't have children after 36. 36 is enough, meaning if you have your 36th child, you really don't need to have any more. It's not referring to the age of 36. But that's a good thing she's reading the chat because 37 is too many.
36.
Oh, good one, Scott. I like that.
Who has 36 children?
The old lady in the shoe, or the old woman in the shoe. I don't even remember how that goes, and that's sad. I can remember songs from 1940, but I can't remember nursery rhymes from when I was a kid.
I I remember that nursery rhyme. Old woman who lived in a shoe.
Yep. Last movie I saw in the theater was Top Gun Maverick. Doug Bet Squirrel. Yeah. The last movie I saw in a theater was the Indiana Jones and I think the Crystal Skull Monkey something or another. There's the one with the, it involved the Crystal Monkey Skull. Saw 4 movies that day, paid for one. Yes, I was notorious to pay for one and sneak around and catch other movies. Um, the price of movies nowadays, you probably almost have to do that. And it was my birthday present. It was on June 7th of that year. Whatever year that came out, that was the last time. That's been, oh God, what, 15, 16 years ago, maybe, if not longer.
Okay.
Uh,
Tonight's trivia question, which is somebody who's brought to mind. What is the greatest recorded number of children born to us one mother? It's unbelievable, actually.
it's a little over 100,
No,
so it's under 100. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was just a tad over 100. 73.
you're close. It was 69.
I would
Young
have
lady in
gotten
Russia.
it. Wow. John says 55. Wintermute's in the house. I don't know if he answered the movie or not. Has anyone
That's
answered
supposedly
my
in the
movie?
Guinness Book of Records. I don't know if it's really true or not. I mean,
I used to like listen, reading the Guinness Book of World Records, and then the show they had was pretty interesting as well. I know I'm going to end up being in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest running nightly live stream that absolutely got nothing accomplished from anywhere from 15 minutes to a little over an hour. Yes. Got that written down and on my wall somewhere. Actually, I wrote it on the wall. John Williams said, a lot of towns have movie specials for seniors on Tuesday. My nieces took me to see Top Gun Maverick. Was a nice time about lunch. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. My
Yeah.
brother came over today. We talked a little bit about my niece. His Christmas Skull was 2008. So 18
yeah,
years
a lot
ago.
of the casinos here have movie theaters in
Yeah.
the casino.
Yeah.
Most of the casinos, if you have a membership card, some of them have a little sticker for seniors you can stick on the card, and it gets you in to movies at a lower price at least one day a week.
I never, yeah, I saw those in the casinos, but I never ever seen a
I've
movie
never
in a
been in
casino.
one of those.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
don't
buffets.
even remember the name of the last movie I saw.
I remember it because one, it was on my birthday too. It was Indiana Jones, so I can't,
Well,
I
this
cannot
was
not.
in 2000, the last year we lived in Oak Ridge. And I got shanghaied in taking my preteen daughter and several of her friends to see a movie that they wanted. And I dropped them off in the theater and hung around. I suppose I caught part of the movie, but I do not remember what
Yeah.
the hell it was.
John says 2008. I was just getting out of high school. Yeah, probably. You're probably just getting out of the senior citizen sitting. You thought you were in high school. You thought you were in high school, John, and you were actually being let out of the daycare for senior citizens. It's okay. You're amongst friends here. We do not judge. Yep, that was the last one. So nowadays, movies coming out, if you have the right connections, wink, wink, you can get it a little bit before it gets released, and sometimes it's pretty good able to watch it. I got to be careful how I word that. I don't want the police knocking on my door.
The last one I can remember seeing in a theater is Apollo 13.
That's a good movie. I've never seen it in the theater.
It was not only was it a good movie, but it was memorable because we got to the theater like the only seats left were in the front row.
Oh, were you sitting like this watching it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I've experienced that. Now that's ironic that you experienced that with Apollo 13 dealing with space. I've experienced that one time in my life, 1977. Take a wild guess at the movie that came out in the summer of 77.
It.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh,
You're
Star
our
Wars.
only hope. And I sat there the entire time like this. And I couldn't move because I was so enthralled in the help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I never again. No, Star Wars, yep. Scott says I went to a movie at Neopolis, Las Vegas, Nevada. Neon plot. Don't use them big words. Cut that down. Now here's another one for you. I really wished I could remember this. Our junior senior class trip, we went to Orlando, Florida. It was cool. The day we landed, we had the entire afternoon. They said, kids, you can go do what you want, stay out of the bars, don't get in trouble, but make sure you're back here by a certain time. You can do anything you want. All the women went shopping, and a bunch of us guys went to see a movie. For $1 million, I couldn't tell you the name of that movie. I have no idea what it was. None. But I do know we went to a movie. I also know that we bought beer the last night we were there because I was the one at 6'4" that looked to be old enough to buy the beer. And we tried to, hey, mister, want to make $1 the easy way? Nobody would bite on that. So we finally said, you look like you're old enough to buy beer in Florida. You go in there and do it. Okay, I'll do it. I got no problem. I'm not. Yeah, that was fun. Good times. Jaws? No, it wasn't Jaws. We have someone new here. Rosanna is in the house. Hello, Rosanna. Watching from the Philippines. It's about 11:30 in the morning in the Philippines. I seen Jaws in the theater. Ironically enough, I had seen Jaws back in Indiana before we went to Florida, and our day at the beach. This is how big of a baby I am, or a wussy, or whatever you want to, however you want to label it. I don't care. I'm in the ocean, and I like the ocean, contrary to people's beliefs. I like the ocean. I used to love to swim, and I'm out there, and all of a sudden something bumped up against my leg. Man, you've never seen somebody run so fast, and I never went back in that ocean ever again because I had seen Jaws, and granted, the water might have been this deep, maybe a little deeper, but it wasn't up to my neck or anything, so it wasn't a fish. It's probably debris or something, but man, I got out of there. It's funny how our mind works, Now, what would have made it even funnier, and if the beach people that ran the beach would have thought about this, they would have every now and then played dun 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 dun, just for a few seconds, just so everybody freak out. Am I the only weird person that thinks this way? It's okay if you say yes. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
What beach were you at?
Someplace down around Orlando, Chris. I don't really remember.
Daytona.
I was a junior in high school.
Hmm.
Is Daytona around Orlando? I thought Daytona was near
let's see.
Daytona.
Daytona? Yeah, it's Daytona.
Jaws did keep people out of the ocean for a while.
And it was the Kraken. It was the Kraken
Close to
reaching
Daytona.
around for you.
Exactly. No, whatever it was, it probably just floated by or swam by. And I kid you not, they didn't realize I could run that fast. That's my track coach was, man, we got to figure that out when he gets on the track. See how he can run that fast. It was a good trip. We went to Disney World, I believe it is, and spent the entire day there. And boy, were our chaperone teachers and parents stupid. We get there, we get through the gates, and we have this big huddle up meeting. And they were like, okay, kids, we'll see you back here sharp at this time. Go have fun, stay out of We're gone the entire day. Miniature Kraken, yeah, exactly. You're quite welcome. Don't worry about doing any mod, kicking anybody out or anything like that. I got a good core group of people to do that. Your mod status is so you can check out other channels. You can share your channel. You can share links. And yeah, not a problem. You've been around a day or two. You know how the deal works. I really have a discussion. I may do that tomorrow night. What's tomorrow? Friday? KSL was probably running on top of the water. Oh, there's a movie that comes to mind from that. I think it was Richard Pryor, if I remember right, where they actually have him running and they put him on top of the water running. I think it was Richard Pryor. I don't know. And we're gifting points. Thank you, Ski. You beat me to it. Our class reunion meals and memories for this year is tentatively scheduled for March 8th. I had to be a smart aleck. I know. I realize it. You guys are shocked, but I had to be a smart aleck. And I said, well, is that going to be on standard time or daylight time? Because you know March 8th is the day we change our clocks, right? Um, I got called out on it. Let's just put it that way.
You say smart Alec or smart Alex?
I really could say it the way that it's meant, and smart ass, but you can say smart Alex. If you ask Alex, he thinks he's pretty smart. Oh, it didn't work. Darn it. What? What do you mean it didn't work? What did you do, Ski? You broke my bot? Oh, you put
Forget the
gift
S.
point. You forgot the yes, yeah. See, I'm getting better at this stuff. I'm getting better, except for when it comes to quotation marks. I mean, we don't want to go down that road. So I guess the question I have, the toy, it might have been the toy, Winter Mute. It actually might have been. I do remember there was a Richard Pryor movie where he was running across the top of the water. But I don't remember the movie. Let me look at my license. That'll jog my memory. Never went to class reunions. I've been to the formal class reunion. Well, it was the alumni dinner. I've been to two of those. I'm going to skip this year, and I hope to go next year because next year is our 50th. And then we've always had a class reunion informal after the alumni dinner where we all get together at someone's house, and it's kind of a potluck type deal and goes on for hours and hours and hours. And it's always fun. It's good to see the people that we still have living, and it's sad to see those that we have lost. And we literally started losing classmates within 2 weeks of graduating high school. Pretty sad. I mean, it's part of life, but
Yeah,
you know,
ours wasn't that quick, but we had, by the 20th, we had lost a couple or three. One of my classmates died in the army in Europe someplace from a medical issue. It wasn't training accident or
what military related?
no.
Wow.
Yeah, he was I think he was an E5 at the time, E6, and some type of a medical issue. And we're in Europe someplace, I think. I don't remember the base in Germany where he was, but
Thank you, Rosanna. Rosanna's connecting to all the homies. I do appreciate that.
well,
She fits right in. Went per mute.
yeah,
Get her on the Zoom panel.
Rosanna. So
Yeah, the good old days. Oh my goodness. Speaking of the Zoom panel, if you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, send me an email to kstout00m@gmail.com. Ask for the credentials. I'll send them to you. Click on the credentials unless your name's Greg Guy and it never works, and then you get right up on the panel. Although I got to give a tip of the hat to Mr. Guy. He's actually able to join Zoom on his phone with the camera.
mm,
And man, someone step
Remember,
outside and make sure. Do what,
yeah, I
Jeff?
joined Zoom on the phone one night a couple of years ago when I was doing chauffeuring my grandson to practice, and I remember you had to send me something on there, and it was a pain in the behind.
Tony Wallow helped me out. He sent me a link to my phone from, I believe it was his phone, which was the link for my Zoom. And he said, put this in your notepad. And I've done that. Every time I go on the phone, I just hit that and it works just fine. Now, ironically, on my
So do you
computer,
say that on the phone?
yep, I do. One
Well,
Fish has been a member for 19 months. Thank you, Sam.
Are you doing it through a
Hope don't-
browser on your phone or through the Zoom app?
Yes, I don't know. It's in my notepad, and it's probably through the browser because it's a link, and I just hit it. I'll take pictures and share it one of these days.
It should open the app when you click that link on the phone.
Okay. Twisted my arm. Hold on. I'm gonna mute the microphone and I'm gonna mute the audio because if I don't, it's gonna get hellaciously bad in here. I'm surprised somebody didn't say, "How bad is it?"
Right. Are we having fun there? What are we?
Chris, it says https://us05 web Zoom. So it probably is Zoom. All I do is I hit the button. It takes you to the app. Now I gotta mute this or it's gonna get bad. Right?
Boy, that's scary. 2 hosts.
Yeah, and it immediately started echoing, so I just got out of it. But yeah, apparently it does take me to the Zoom app. You think I might have known that? I mean, seriously, how long have I been doing this?
So I could make a browser link on the phone.
I'll send it to you. I'll send the one I have to you from my phone.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to figure it out. I'm not smart enough to figure these things out.
Well, I mean, I would just type in the same browser link on the phone as I have on my desktop. I may have to
You'd think that, but I have a shortcut. Okay, so this is weird. I have a shortcut on my desktop. When I click on it, I get right into Zoom. No issues, no problems, whatever. When I drag it down into the taskbar so I can be lazy, it doesn't work. It takes me to Alex Cheek or some weird place like that. Figure that out. That could be tonight's assignment for the after stream. I do have Zoom running in case anyone sends me anything. I haven't seen Jamie tonight. Boy, that figures. You get someone's picture on the Zoom clocks and they never show up again. What part of the Philippines are you from? Excuse me. I know she said earlier she's in the Philippines. And she's at work while supporting my channel. Thank you. Don't let your employer catch you, though. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do in the Philippines? And what part of the Philippines are you from? Is this thing on? Wait, did I unmute? Yeah, I unmuted. Okay. Tim Cruz is in the house. Hello, Tim. He usually gets there about this time every night. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not. An island. Oh, Scott, that's a good one. She's from an island. Isn't the Philippines made up of nothing but islands? Don't everybody answer at one time. Canasteo River live cam, permanent link. Oh, permanent link. I like that. Scott, you now have 140,660 points. I don't know if John's still ahead of you or not. Not Gilligan's Island. Yeah, that was a cool show. I kind of liked it. I liked that, and I liked MASH. All in the Family, I actually thought was pretty good. Could not have any show like that nowadays. John, you have 100. Oh, look at that. Scott's creeping up. John's got 151,000. Scott's got 140,000. I could be mean and I could make some changes. I won't, but I could. Be right back. Let me turn. No, I'm kidding. Tim is asking Ski Man how. So I, the host, says Tim Cruise in the house, and nothing. Not hey Ken, not hi Ken, not thanks Ken, not nothing. Ski Man says something to him. Hey Ski, HRU. I need to develop a timeout for this chat, you know. Rosanna says hello to Timmy Cruz. Wait. Oh, and in the Nightbot, she actually misspelled Tim. It says Tim, T-E-M, which is still Tim, but it's not Tim. Kind of having a rough time. Yep, Ski, I hate to hear that. Have you heard anything back on your wife yet on her test? I meant to ask you that last night, and it just completely skipped my mind. And you can message me if you'd like. It's fine. Jeff, let me know if you want me to send that to you. I'll send it to you or not if you do, if you want it.
I'll let you know. I want to try and see if I can
Yep, no worries. I understand.
use the same link as on the desktop.
Yeah, Tim's trying to suck up to me now. He says, "Hi, Sir Ken." Yep. Good morning in the Philippines and good evening for the majority of us. I think we are 10:46 p.m., so they're 11:46 a.m. That'll change on March 8th. We'll go back to being 12 hours apart. Actually, I'm looking forward to March 8th for a couple of reasons. One, I can start watching Ellen's live stream. I can do about a 58, 59-minute live stream, and then I can end mine and go immediately to watch Ellen live. I really miss not being able to watch her live. And I'm still contemplating and thinking about moving my time one way or the other. I haven't decided. I'm not getting any feedback on that. I keep asking, but I get no feedback. Sanford and Son, that was a good one. Our diagnosis, okay. Well,
Sanford and
hey,
Son said some stuff they couldn't say on TV nowadays.
oh gosh, no. I liked
And he
Welcome
was
Back
always
Cotter as well. I thought that was
that
pretty
Puerto
good.
Rican guy that was always on. He started being on Sanford and Son. He didn't like him really. He said some
Never
stuff.
saw Welcome Back, Cotter.
Thought it was pretty good. That's how John Travolta got his start. Um, Gabe Kaplan. Gabe Kaplan apparently turned out to be a really good poker player. My brother asked me today if I wanted to go play poker with him in a casino, and I'm like, yeah, I do, but I don't. I miss playing poker, but just not right now. And more than likely, it would interfere with the stream. So, and we're going to play golf. The other weird thing about today is we got to talking about the VA. We both go to the same VA medical center here in Indianapolis. He's got an Indian doctor. I have an Indian doctor. And the weird thing about this is the Indian doctor that's my brother's doctor was interning under my doctor, and then she got hired on by the VA. That's really crazy if you think about it. Timmy Cruz says, "Hi, Rose. Can you combine a high Rose with the weather command, Tim? All countries use daylight savings time. I have no idea. It's a good question, though. Tim, I think you have to put in high Rose, and then the next line you have to put in exclamation mark W and then the zip code, I think. Um, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and since it never popped up with the weather, it didn't even give you an error, which is weird. It should have at least maybe errored it out. I'm still learning this. I'm really proud of something that here in about 5 minutes I'm going to announce, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that for right now. How's that sound? Unless I miss something. If I miss something, then I will humbly apologize and I will do what I said. Taxi, thank you. Andy Kaufman. Yeah, Danny DeVito, Judd Hirsch, I believe it was. Andy Kaufman. Yeah. Who played the character Jim? The old disheveled guy. And the thing I remember from his character was
Yeah, what
He
was
was
it?
always out of sorts or whatever. He goes, "My name is Jim, and my friends they call me Jim," but I don't remember who it was.
Oh,
Tim Cruise has got 60. Oh, it's a little colder tonight
was
for him. It's only 68 degrees. No point something. I'd still take it. I'd take it during the daytime right now too.
yeah, was it
Christopher Lloyd. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Scott. Yeah.
the one from?
Boy,
Yeah,
yeah, from Back to the Future.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
he's been
film.
in other stuff as well.
Oh,
I like Taxi. I thought it was good. Thought it was pretty funny. I know I've asked this question before. Does anybody here remember a show called Fridays on Friday night? It was a spinoff or supposed to be competitive competition for Saturday Night Live. There were some good comedians that came out of that as well. What about In Living Color? How many people here can raise their hand and say they've seen In Living Color? I don't know if that was Greg raising his hand or if he was doing a magic trick because he disappeared. He went boom and he was gone. He goes, nothing up my sleeve. Only 40% of all countries use daylight savings time. Thank you, John. I did not know that. They're smart. I mean, the time change is just, well, we've had that conversation. It's stupid. As someone we all know and lives somewhere else in the world would say, that's just stupid. Yeah, In Living Color was a hoot. Comedy was good. The dancers were good. Jim Carrey was good. I overall thought it was a really good show. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and let the monkey off the chain, the cat out of the bag, or whatever. I did a test tonight in the description. I said there's a change, and it's if someone notices this and or puts, and I quote, and I put a quote in there, I would award a massive amount of points. Nobody said I noticed the change. Nobody said the quote. Nobody said anything. So once again, I think we can all agree nobody reads the descriptions,
Well, when
including
you
me.
read the
I don't read
description,
this. I don't.
you have to click on that little more thing to bring down the part you're talking about.
Most of the time you do. Yes, you are correct. Would daylight savings time help places like Anchorage, Alaska, where their daylight hours are minimal? Wintermute says, "Where are my points? I did read the description." If you can give me a timestamp prior to 10:52 after I just announced it, I'll be more than happy to award points. But I know nobody. I get kind of frustrated sometimes when I go to someone else's channel. I'm gonna pick on. Let's pick on Bill. Bill, let's do the ghetto thing. Well, let's take Bill for example. If he puts no description, I get it. Nobody reads the description, so why take the time to think up something to put in a description? Even though YouTube gurus, the powers that be, say you need a catchy title, you need a good thumbnail, and you got to have a good description. I can throw one of those three out. You can throw description out. I honestly think there's your doggone points. Everyone just received 1 point. Um, thank you, Sam. Um, I forgot about
You're
that.
welcome.
Don't be too generous now. Let's keep it at a point. Thank you, Tim. I currently show there are 15 likes, 13 people watching with 15 likes. It looks like there have been a total of 30 total views and only 15 likes. So on that ratio, that's terrible. It's only 50%. But at the current numbers, 13, 16, that's pretty good. John Williams says exclamation X. And this is exactly why nobody can run it but me. I think it's a hint. If you'd like to see me in the show, put a 1 in chat. And I killed Zoom. Is that a Kraken I see in your background, Sam?
Yeah.
Probably been there for an hour.
Yeah. Well, not quite an hour, but
Oh, you know me. I don't miss anything. I am Mr. Observant. You can't put nothing past me. It might take me a day or just like, oh, I'm not. I gotta keep my thoughts to myself. Yes,
What?
descriptions.
Mm, mm.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow.
That's all, folks.
Oh, excuse me.
Now, I will say I was watching the outro, and I will say it looked like it was rather conglubulated, messed up, whatever. That's a big word I should never try to use again. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But the dancing girls did not freeze. You need more space out of those names. You need, yeah, we can still talk to one another on Zoom, and we were discussing that was the first thing we all noticed. And I didn't change that. I did make a change to the girls from last night, and the change is I brought it from the DaVinci machine and actually put it physically on the streamer machine because we think the freezing was due to OBS was trying to connect to it through the network and it was having a problem. It was going to Arkansas, then it was going to Pennsylvania, and then it was going to Arizona, and finally it showed up here in Indianapolis, Indiana.
What?
There were a lot of names. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
to
working
fix
on
the
it.
other stuff, you need that thing they used to talk about in Calvin and Hobbes. You need a transmogrifier.
Yeah, I'm aware of Calvin and Hobbes. Just I
They
didn't
had one
follow
or
it.
two good ones.
Now the Far Side, yes, I did try to keep up with that. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ski. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, everyone who was on the scroll. Wintermute, thanks. Long Dog, thank you. Um, Looking for other name. Rosanna, Dana. Hopefully she doesn't know what that is. Are you leading the orchestra, Greg? Okay, everybody get ready.
No, I just wanted to hear you say thank me.
Okay, thank me. Yeah, I said thank me. You're welcome. Is that what you're waiting for? I haven't
Give me
scrolled
that.
back far enough to see. Did you actually put a chat? Oh yeah, you did. And of course, Greg Guy, because we all know that's all about Greg Guy. It's all about me. How did that joke get started anyway? Does anyone remember? I mean, I beat it like a dead
It was this
horse.
weird guy in Indianapolis who
No,
started
I
saying
didn't
that.
start this one. I did not start this one. I'm not that smart. I appreciate the thought, and I appreciate that you thought I did. I did not. Okay, we're over an hour, so I'll end it. Uh-oh, Jeff's got his phone.
Well, no, I was just thinking,
Did
who
it hurt?
amongst the homies, including occasional visitors, would we think was most likely to say it was all about him?
I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day.
Well, I think I
Doug?
know who I would pick. No,
Really?
somebody who's not here very much usually.
Alex? Really? Oh yeah, now that you say that, that's a
I
possibility.
mean, because when does he come in to Zoom? When he's
Only
got
when
something
he's
to
got
say
something
about
to tell us about himself. And I think you're right. I think I remember now one night on Zoom, he said something and I said
I
something. He
don't know
goes,
whether he
"Now,
said any of
Ken,
this.
it's all about you anyway." So, um, true. It's a joke. It's not all about me. If the Zoom homies were not here, if chat was not here, this would not go on. And speaking of going on, today was 209, I think, 208, something like. Wait, I got my handy dandy notes right here. 206. Boy, I was close. I was in the 200s. That's got to count for something. There will be a running live stream tonight overnight for watch hours. It is the countdown clock, and there will be something to take its place next week. I just don't know what yet. I am open for suggestions. And I put this out there a lot too. Bill and Sam have been the only two people that have actually sent me stuff to use. Bill is here. Welcome back, Bill. Did you have a good nap? Okay, we got to do the entire show over again. Let's start
I'm not
over.
sure if I have anything to send you, but I have an idea.
Well,
Well, you could have a string of attractive young ladies, dancing girls if you would, each come out holding a number to do the countdown. You couldn't do it every second that way, but maybe every minute.
okay.
Sort of like the gals who used to go around the ring holding up
Ring
the sign
girls,
for
yeah.
boxing
Yeah,
match.
yeah,
Oh, what do you want wearing?
yeah. See, we got Bill. Bill woke
Hey, on a
up.
family-friendly show.
Good night. Tim Cruz says, "Good night,
I will
everyone.
settle
Sweet
for
dreams."
just
Thank you, Tim.
an attractive outfit.
Okay, you want strings.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now, this is how my mind thinks. When you said you could have them come out on a string with that, my first thing was a puppet, a woman on a string with a countdown. That was my first thought. I kid you not. I have a mute button. Go for another hour. If I could do that, John, if the conversation picks up and or chat picks up and start the clock at 0 and count up. Okay, I could do that. I think Scott's referring to the next overnight thing I'm going to run for watch hours, and it's helping. I solidly am above 900 right now, so this is a
Well,
good thing.
we're within a week of what you were counting down to, right?
We are 5 days away, I believe.
5
Today's the
days.
12th. If I can come up with $400 and I got 160 today, I sold my Yamaha speakers that I didn't want to, but
Mm.
times are tough
Okay.
and this has got to happen. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that this takes place next week. My fingers are crossed that the last 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, however long it's been, stay the same as in status quo. Nothing happens. Nobody shows up at the last minute or whatever.
I wouldn't expect it at this point.
I'm not, but you don't understand my luck. And that's one of the reasons why I've been trying not to discuss it over YouTube. I can't control who watches this. I have no idea who watches this. I know there's a couple times I'd like to tell a few people they're number one, but I can't do that either. So let's wind this up. My phone just blinked for something. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, KStoutZ00M at Gmail. Send me an email. Let me know you watch the show. Let me know what your suggestions are if you have any. Ask for the credentials, and you'll be sure to get them. And then you click on them. Ta-da! You're on here. Good night, everybody. Rick Lakes tomorrow, 3 to noon. I may do an extra live stream tomorrow. It is Friday after all. It just depends on a lot of things. Good night. See you tomorrow.